Until recently, the question was, will India and Pakistan play in the Asia Cup? I think we have crossed that. Now, the question is, should India and Pakistan play in the Asia Cup? Well, it is a divided question. The answer to that is pretty much divided. Should India and Pakistan play? Well, on the ethical side of it, they should not, considering whatever happened in the wake of Pahalgam attacks and the entire kind of whatever developments were between India and Pakistan very recently. I think all of that point out to a very simple fact that India and Pakistan should not be engaging in a sports activity, and that is very clear. On that front, the two countries are not going to play any bilateral cricket with each other. They have not been playing any bilateral cricket with each other. So, on that front, India has made a very clear stand that they do not want to play Pakistan in any bilateral tournament, which means the two countries on part of themselves will not engage with each other. However, when we refer to an ICC tournament, there is a World Cup in India next year, or we refer to, let us say, an Asia Cup, which is the second Asia Cup in the last 2 years, they are obligated by virtue of having a larger contract in place, a larger contract which kind of has a lot to do with India's participation at a global level in the game, or in the case of Asia Cup at the Asia level in the game. It is a pact that is born out of a multi-nation tournament understanding, and that if India breaks will not just affect Pakistan or will not just affect Asia Cup, it will affect other countries, it will affect Bangladesh, it will affect Sri Lanka, it will affect Afghanistan. For Afghanistan, for instance, survives on the revenues that it earns from the Asia Cup. Sri Lanka depends a lot on the revenues that it earns from the Asia Cup. If India say no to playing the tournament, or if let me put it this way, if India say no to playing Pakistan, it is as good as they saying no to playing the tournament, because the rest of the matches have no financial value at all. The broadcaster, which is Sony in this case, has put $170 million for the whole Asia Cup media rights. Almost 95% of that revenue comes from India and Pakistan only. So, what I am trying to say is 95% of 170 million is off in the air if India and Pakistan do not play, and if that happens, some of these other boards are literally going to face bankruptcy. So, that is one. The other part is that India is playing its role as the elder brother in the subcontinent. All these factors put together is what is pushing India forward to participate in a tournament like this. Had this been the question of a bilateral, which is India going to Pakistan or Pakistan coming to India, well, the answer would have been very clear that there should not be, and there has not been any participation. However, keeping the others in mind, keeping what is at stake in mind, and keeping in mind the fact that India is contractually obligated to participate in these tournaments, they are just doing what they are supposed to. I do not think too much should be read in this, just enjoy the game.